Hey, happy anniversary, Mom and Dad, and happy birthday, Dad. Here it is, Memorial Day 2017. We're going to be coming out to Boise this week, and we're so looking forward to that. Having the benefit of putting together all the videos from the grandkids and the kids, I've seen what people are going to say, and so I thought I'd just do this quick introduction video to kind of kick things off. So Mom and Dad, you've taught us how to love and how to work. Mom, you taught us truly how to love through your countless hours of making our house truly a wonderful home to live in, the delicious, wonderful meals, the keeping the house clean, teaching us how to keep the house clean, the decorations, the Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas decorations, all of that. Wonderful, wonderful memories through all the years. And then in particularly for me, for Mom, the countless hours that you and I have had talking and sitting in our home Sunday evening and talking about many, many different topics. You truly have taught me and everyone else how to love and how to share that love with others. And then for Dad, you taught me how to work, and I think the same can be said for everybody else in the family. I've often heard, and maybe everyone else has been the same way, that Dad would always say a job worth doing is a job worth doing well. And in particular, when I would grumble or complain, he would tell me that all the time. But we built fences, we built decks, we mowed lawns, we stacked chairs at the Institute, we helped trim hedges, worked on the church farm, just all sorts of work projects through the years, and in particular, playing hard at basketball. I think that was probably one of the best benefits of learning work from Dad. So Mom, you taught us how to love, Dad, you taught us how to work, and we thank you so much. So again, you're gonna see lots of videos, lots of tributes in the next half hour or so, lots of different memories, lots of lessons, family home evening lessons, what happened in 1957, and many other tributes. Mom and Dad, you have impacted our lives, and you've impacted the lives of many other thousands and tens of thousands of people, and you truly have made a wonderful impact on this world, and for that we love you so much, and we're so glad to share this moment with you. Happy anniversary and happy birthday, Dad. Love you.
My memory is when Grandma and Grandpa, they would get up early when I was sleeping on the two-thing couch, and I would smell pancakes when I woke up, and then I'd always eat them and go out and play.
My favorite memory with Grandma and Grandpa is whenever I would make those like cardboard roller coaster things, and Grandma always enjoyed looking at them.
Awesome, Ben.
Happy anniversary, Grandma and Grandpa, and happy birthday, Grandpa.
My favorite memory from Grandma and Grandpa Putnam's house is waking up early in the morning and eating breakfast, and most of all the orange and cranberry juice mix together. Then I also liked doing family history, or like indexing with Grandma Putnam.
I think my favorite memory is was just very recently when my dad passed away after we buried him. We went to your house, and I was pretty grief-stricken and just tired, and I needed to go into the room and just lay down and have a moment. And when I walked out, Grandma was on the floor with my children playing Uno, and I just love that she loves them and gets down on the floor and plays with them. Grandpa always gives me hugs and holds my shoulders and holds me close and says, "You are doing a good job," and he loves me, and I love you both. Happy 90th, Jack. I'm so sorry I can't be there. And happy anniversary to the both of you. We love you.
Hi, Grandma and Grandpa. I just wanted to wish you a happy 60th anniversary. That is a long time. And I'm just so grateful that I get to be part of this wonderful family that you have created. And I also want to tell Grandpa happy 90th birthday. And I just am so grateful for the example that you've been to me in my life, and how your example in your marriage, and the way that you invite people into your home so easily. And just thank you for all you do, and I hope that you have a wonderful day celebrating your anniversary and your birthday, and that there are more to come. So sending my love, and I hope that you have a great day. Love you guys. Bye.
Hi Mom and Dad. Happy 60th wedding anniversary. I just want to tell you how much I love you, and I'm grateful for all that you've given me and the examples that you've given me and my family to live by. And as I think about that and reflect on it, it reminds me of a little object lesson. And I always get a kick of how I always got a kick out of how you guys like to teach. Like Dad was always teaching at school, and Mom was teaching in seminary, and then you're like, let's have family home evenings so we can teach some more at home. You guys are always teaching and always excited to show us little tricks to remember things and memorize things. So I have this little object lesson that is going to demonstrate how your marriage has stayed so strong and been so successful for 60 years. So I have these 3 eggs, and they're just out of the fridge from the store. They're not hard boiled, they're still runny inside, just raw eggs. And I have some bottle caps from some water bottles. I have some cardstock, and I have this brick, so you can see how heavy it is, the heavy brick. So these 3 eggs represent people, and specifically this egg we're going to say is Jesus Christ, and this egg is Dad, and this egg is Mom. And so we have this little group here. We have a man and a wife, Mom and Dad, who got married, and they made it a goal and a priority to have Christ at the center of their marriage. So we have this foundation that you guys were like, this is going to last a long time, for eternity, and we're going to raise kids this way. We're going to have us, and we're going to have Christ. So you guys got married, and you're happy, and you're like, all right, let's start having kids. So you had Bob, you had a boy first, hence we have Blue. And you can see your marriage did really good with 1 kid, stayed strong. Then you had Richard, another boy. The eggs are still holding in there. Doesn't seem like a lot of pressure on those eggs. Then there was Karen, you had a girl, and 3 kids, and still doing really good. The eggs aren't stretching out too bad, stressing out. Then you had Gary, so 4 kids, doing good. Then you had Sherry, you had another girl. So look at that, 5 kids on these eggs, and still really strong, doing well. Then you had me, I'm the brick, my big brick of problems that I brought to the family. All my weight, all my emotions, and driving to piano lessons, and boyfriends, and going into the military, all those things. Christine was like this big brick of issues. And then you had Dawn. So you had 7 kids, and look at that. The eggs still held all of that. And they were doing a really good job too. And that's how I see our family. That's how it all held together for these last 60 years, is because Mom and Dad, you decided to have Jesus Christ at the center, and when you had the 3 of you working together, you were able to carry the load of this family and to raise us up and put us on your backs and teach us the gospel and teach us about life and help us be independent and good parents and create our own families. And we could have more fun and build some more egg towers of all of our own families on here, and I know it would still stand strong, it would still work. So that's how I have pictured the success of your marriage is like this, and I'm grateful for that, and I'm grateful for each of you. I love you, and I admire and respect so much the longevity and the commitment you guys have made to each other and to the gospel in supporting all and each of every one of us in our family. And I love you.
Hi, Grandma and Grandpa. I'm supposed to do a video today, and sorry that I'm outside, but better late than never, right? So one of my favorite memories with you, I have a couple, was when you were living in Ontario and we were in Weiser, and I don't know why my parents dropped me off. I'm sure my mom was running errands or something, but you always let me, this was probably when Steph and Vanessa were in school, Grandma, you always let me sneak into Uncle Don's room while he was at school. Uncle Don, did you know that I was sneaking into your bedroom? And I would like look through all of his stuff and like go around the rooms and play on the water beds. And Grandma and Grandpa, you always let me play with the yarn Indian dolls, which was a favorite of mine, to play in the teepee in your backyard. And I remember always thinking that your backyard was so beautiful and Ontario was so green and pretty. And then another great memory I have is when you moved to St. George. I didn't know it at the time. I think I bragged to all my friends at school, but Grandma, you hid Indian, what are those called? Arrowheads, all around the desert by your guys' house. I think it got developed after that, but back when it was still a desert in the middle of St. George, you hid little arrowheads everywhere, and we went on a hike. I'm sure you probably took all the grandkids out to do the same thing, but we went out on a hike, and I thought it was so cool that we found those arrowheads, and I went to school and told everyone that I found an original arrowhead. Anyway, I just love all the things that you guys used to let us do and adventures we had, and I have so many great, wonderful memories with you in my older age. I'm grateful for the example you've been to me. Grandpa, you know that you hold a special place in my heart for all the advice that you gave me, especially when I was going through hard times. And I love you both so much, and I'm so glad that your eternal marriage has blessed all of us, and I love you so much and hope you have a great celebration.
Hi Grandma and Grandpa, happy anniversary. We just wanted to send our love from Washington, D.C. Ryan's at work, but he sends his love too. And we just wanted to share some happy memories that we've had with you. Julia, what's your favorite memory with Grandma?
Playing with her dolls at the house.
Yeah, at her house. And Jack, what's your favorite memory?
When I had grilled cheese sandwiches and when Grandpa taught me time.
Yeah, Grandpa Putnam got out his teaching skills and taught Jack time last year when we were living in Idaho. And Isla doesn't have a favorite memory yet because she hasn't met you yet, but hopefully this June. So I wanted to let you see this interview that I did with Grandma and Grandpa in the 90s when I was in 3rd grade, and I had asked each of you a couple of questions for Grandparents' Day. As you can see, I got a great score for my interview with you. And Grandpa, I had asked him what his favorite thing to do was, and he said he loved to golf, play basketball, and work in the temple. And I know that Grandpa still values all of those things. And Grandma, I had asked her what her favorite part of now was, and now was back in the 90s, and so it's not accurate anymore, but she said she loved playing with her 13 grandchildren and working on the computer, and that part hasn't changed. And it said that Vanessa and I and Brianna loved to play Monopoly and Rummy Cube at Grandma's house. And I think we all called it Rummy Cub, but we might be the only family in the world that calls it Rummy Cub. I think it's Rummy Cube. And then I thought it was wonderful when Grandma let me bake cookies. So we just wanted to share our love with you and let you see a glimpse into our life, your posterity, and how much we love you. You know that we love you because Jack is named after Grandpa and Isla Charlene is named after Grandma. And so you can feel our love based on our kids' names. That's how much the Ellersichs admire you. And so we love you and we hope you have a wonderful weekend and we can't wait to see you in June. Okay, everyone say bye to Grandma. Bye. Love you.
Mom and Dad, I came to the Boise Temple amongst the beautiful tulips to wish you your happy 60th wedding anniversary. I love the Boise Temple, and a lot of that has to do with yours and your example to me when I was young, and you would always go to the temple. Well, I loved coming here with John in 1984 to get sealed for time and all eternity and start my own beautiful family. Because of the priesthood, husbands and wives are still together, and children are still together, and children are still to their parents for eternity. And the family is eternal and will not be separated at death. And I know that to be true, and I have a testimony of that, and that's because of you. In 2005, Elder Ballard gave a talk on what matters most, lasts the longest. And he gave 3 simple steps of how we can have successful families. And in those 3 steps, the blessings, I smile as I think about the blessings that have showered my life because of your obedience. He talked about family home evenings. Those were some of the greatest times that we had, was having family home evening. I remember being like the note taker and taking the minutes of family home evening. That was some of my fondest memories. Number 2, he said to have scripture study, regular scripture study. I remember Dad getting us up really early and having regular scripture study really early in the morning. And that always made a difference in my life, and I always look back on that as something really significant that we did as a family, and that really helped me to realize how important it was to study the scriptures every day. And then number 3, he said to create meaningful family bonds, and how he said to do that was to have family traditions. And I know that we did that. We had a lot of family traditions, whether it was the special birthdays. Mom would tell us to pick our favorite dessert, and we'd decorate the table, and she would just make our whole day so special. Or if it was Christmas, and Dad would get out the Christmas lights, and we'd decorate the whole house and put lights in every window. I loved Christmas at our house. Or sitting together at dinner time. And I loved being together as a family and sitting together at dinner time. I feel like that's something that we just don't do these days, and that was very significant, I think, as I look back on our life and how much fun we had eating together and talking and laughing. And then I think Dad taught us the importance of working together. And Mom in the house, I remember she would always make it fun to do chores together in the house, and then Dad taught us to work hard outside. Some of the fun things we did growing up was going on vacations together, all stuffing in the car and going all the way to the Oregon coast. I'll never forget getting all the way to the Oregon coast, and we were so excited to sit inside and watch TV, and Dad said, you're not gonna sit in here and watch TV, you're gonna get out there and look at the ocean. And all we wanted to do was sit inside and watch TV because we thought that was so exciting. But family vacations, going for drives on Sunday all the way up in the mountains. John and I do that now, and I'm always telling him how much fun that is, because Dad always would take us to do that. Those are just some of the memories I have of growing up. But the most significant is the temple and the gospel, and that is what you have taught me, and I will always cherish that forever, and hopefully I've passed that on to my own children.
Anyway, I love you, Mom and Dad. Happy 60th. Thank you for your valiant faithfulness in the gospel and for always bearing testimony by your actions and by your example. I love you.
Hey there. I just wanted to say that I love you both so much. I'm very, very thankful to have you in my life. I hold you very close to my heart. I think about you daily. I'm very excited and happy that I have all of the family in my life. I love you both so much. I couldn't do half the things without your guidance and your wisdom. I love you. I know I said it a lot, but I do. I love you to death. And yeah, so here's to you. Okay, love you, bye.
Hey, Grandma and Grandpa, happy anniversary. Man, time flies, 60th anniversary, my goodness. If I can count right, I was 11 years old back when we did the 50th anniversary in the big mansion house, so my goodness, look at me now. But you know, I love you guys so much. I hope you're having a wonderful anniversary and I'm having a great time at Banbury, I forgot how you pronounce it. But I'm trying to think of my first memory with you guys. I think it was back at your St. George home. I was playing with your old set of Jenga blocks. That's how I learned how to play Jenga, I think. Actually, it was from that box. I had no idea what it was before. But I'm so thankful to always, you know, come over to your guys' place and chill and have a great time with you guys. And so thankful you're also able to move to Eagle and that I could grow and become a man with Grandpa and be able to learn how to really golf and have patience and not freak out when I don't hit the ball right. And I'm so thankful for you, Grandma, for all the mission stories of Norway, and for you and Grandpa for always sending emails and helping me through my mission. That honestly, it helps so much. And for befriending the woman in your war, these Norwegian. And you know, like I said, I'm just always thankful that I'm able to come over to your guys' place and just be able to have a great time and be able to be around kind, loving grandparents. Be able to have some meals with you guys during the holidays, and since you've been close in Eagle, it's been great just to go over there and get to catch up with you guys and get to see your shelf of all the Norwegian knickknacks that Grandma was saving for me. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for everything you give me over the years and for the example you guys are. Happy 60th anniversary. Love you guys.
That shot's for you, Grandma and Grandpa. Happy anniversary to you guys both. And Grandpa, happy 90th birthday. I thought since your anniversary and birthday happened to be during the NBA playoffs that it was appropriate to show some of my Steph Curry inspired trick shots. But in all seriousness, Grandpa, I am just so grateful for you. Thanks to you, I am more motivated to work out every day so that when I'm 90, I can still shoot some hoops, still swim, play tennis, probably not golfing, I'll not go there. And then Grandma, thank you for your inspiration on doing family history and just being strong in the church. Thanks to you, I'm going to try and find a name this year. I have not gotten there yet, the daily line's pretty messed up, but I'm going to get there. Anyways, I love you both, happy anniversary. Let's see if I can land one more Steph Curry trick shot.
Hi, Grandma and Grandpa. Today we're at a very historical place, a place that I always think of, a fun memory back in the day with you guys. And it actually happened at your parents' 50th anniversary in Ontario, where we all went out to eat at Wingers when we wanted some dessert. And we were looking at dessert, but I remember Grandma saying, gang, DQ! So I can't think of, every time I go by DQ, I always think about that and how we, as cousins and with Grandma and Grandpa, would always go to DQ. and get the ice cream. And so now I can't eat a DQ ice cream without thinking about that memory. So I wanted to say thanks, Grandma and Grandpa, for always creating those good memories with us, for having those fun family reunions and going to that Chinese Red Dragon restaurant place we go to, and then ice cream at DQ, and fun games at your house, and always creating those special memories with us. So thanks for being a good example to us, and happy 60th anniversary. Love you.
Happy anniversary, Grandpa and Grandma.
Bye.
Happy anniversary, Mom and Dad! For your anniversary, we wrote you a song. So here it goes.
L is for your lovely hearts we see. Oh, your overflowing legacy. V is verifiably you are strong and mighty. E is each of you are more than anyone could hope for. Love is all that you can give to us. Love is more than we deserve and trust. 2 of you have made it 60 years. You never traded love, compassionate and strong. L is for the lasting memories. O is your outstanding qualities. V, you're very, very extraordinary. E, eternities and everything that family is. Love is all that you can give to us. Love is more than we deserve and trust. 2 of you have made it 60 years. You never traded love, compassionate and strong.
We love you, Mom and Dad.
Happy anniversary, guys.
Hi, Grandma and Grandpa. We are so grateful for you and for your influence that you've had on our lives. Because of you and for what you've taught my dad taught me, and now my kids know all about the Book of Mormon. So we're going to sing a song for you. Love you.
Book of Mormon
stories that my teacher tells to me
are about you and my ancient histories.
Long ago our fathers came from far
Cause our tea get this one, and why don't we?
Hi, Grandma and Grandpa. Happy anniversary and birthday. The 6090. One of my fondest memories. And Brooklyn wants to say hi. One of my fondest memories growing up is at your house in Ontario. All the cookies and the teepee and the wood burning stove. I look back on those fond memories and will always cherish them. Grateful to have you as our grandparents. Grateful for all of your cute posts on Facebook and Instagram and keeping up with our children. We love you very much and hope to see you soon. Thanks.
Hi, Grandma and Grandpa. We have a song for you.
Families can be together. Grandma and Grandpa Putnam. Happy anniversary!
Hi, Grandma and Grandpa.
Hello, Mom and Dad.
Hi, Mom and Dad.
Happy 60th and wedding anniversary and 90th birthday. We're gathered here together to share with you some fun facts about 6090. 60, the Diamond Jubilee, was first held when Queen Victoria reigned and was the first British monarch to reign for 60 years. And she held this Jubilee in June of 1897. The word diamond comes from the Greek word atomos, which means unconquerable, which Queen Victoria was, and in which if you live and are married for 60 years, your marriage is probably unconquerable. Diamonds are the hardest naturally occurring bulk material in the world, but are rare and therefore very valuable. Less than 5% of marriages last for 60 years, and only 4% of the population ever lived to see 90 years old. 60 years after Queen Victoria held her Diamond Jubilee, there was another royal diamond marriage that was solemnized in the Logan Temple in June of 1957. Congratulations, Mom and Dad, on your Diamond Jubilee and Dad's induction into the Nonagenarian Society. June 4th, 2017 marks 21,915 days since your marriage in the Logan Temple. 1957 was a banner year. Elvis Presley was all shook up with his #1 hit, and he bought Graceland for $100,000. Dad, however, wasn't singing Elvis Presley. He was singing Marty Robbins' hit, A White Sport Coat and a Pink Carnation, to woo Mom to the dance, and their first house cost them a fraction of what Elvis paid for Graceland. Cary Grant and Deborah Kerr starred that year in An Affair to Remember. Mom and Dad's memorable affair still lives on today, long after the Hollywood duo has passed along. West Side Story made its debut on Broadway in 1957. Mom and Dad's West Side Story started a couple years later when they moved from the east side of the Snake River to 813 Southwest 3rd Street on the west side of Ontario. The Russians launched the first space satellite into orbit in 1957, catching the Americans off guard and inaugurating a space race between the Russians and the Americans. There are now nearly 2,300 man-made space satellites orbiting the Earth. Mom was singing Fly Me to the Moon along with Johnny Mathis as they danced the night away in 1957, and that space-age couple has launched into their orbit 77 family members, give or take a couple. On June 4th, 1957, Sandy Koufax threw 12 strikeouts on the way to leading the Brooklyn Dodgers over the Chicago Cubs. On June 4th, 1957, Dad ended his 30 years of strikeouts and finally hit a home run marrying Mom. We're so grateful for both of you and your wonderful examples to us and the impact that you have had on our family, your Christ-like examples, and the influence that you have had on hundreds of thousands of people, both on this side and the other side of the veil. You and your indexing names and everything that you've done so much. We love you very much, and we love you both, and wish you a happy Diamond anniversary.
Love you.
Love you.
Grandma and Grandpa, we are so excited to be able to come and celebrate with you guys. We want to wish you a happy anniversary and Grandpa a happy birthday. Thank you for all the wonderful memories and for the sweet and uplifting words that you share on Facebook every day. We love you guys.
60 years is something to be admired. I think Liz hopes she doesn't have to endure me for the next 60 years. But if so, we have some great role models to look up to. We love you.
Happy anniversary. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Grandpa, and
Happy
happy
birthday.
anniversary. We love you.
Okay, say your name.
Audrey.
Say your name.
Bucky. Audrey. Bucky on Audrey.
Grandma and Grandpa, we just wanted to wish you a
Bucky.
very happy anniversary
Bucky.
and Grandpa a very happy birthday.
Yeah.
We love you guys. You guys have been wonderful.
No.
Have some of the best memories
You
of
don't.
Grandma's French toast and playing golf with Grandpa.
No, Dad.
And
Be nice.
so to let you know how much we love you guys and that we're excited to see you here.
Hi,
Audrey, say hi to Grandma and Grandpa Putnam.
Hi, Grandma and Grandpa. Hi, Grandma. Hi, I will welcome you to see. Hi. Hi, I'm Becky.
Okay, can you say I love you?
Well, I think I think one of the cutest things was when Clark got to meet Grandpa at Cassie's wedding. It was the first time to have all 4 generations together on Robert's side of all 4 men. So that was a really fun thing, and I'll have to share a picture with you guys. So happy anniversary and happy birthday.
Hi, Dad and Mom. Early memories take me back to our home in Fruitland, helping Dad around the yard, looking for things to throw into the creek, slippery sliding down the hill in front of the house on hot summer days, being comforted after testing the burning barrel with my wrist, and being tucked into the top bunk bed on cold winter nights. All of these early memories filled me with a deep sense of security. We always knew you loved us and cared for us deeply. When we moved to 813 in Ontario, the big side yard became the family football and baseball field until we outgrew it and moved west to the TVCC campus. How many countless hours did we spend playing in that yard and over at TVCC? Gyms were also important as we spent many Saturday mornings and late weekday afternoons playing basketball at the church and at Aiken. Mom, you were always so patient to put up with our sweaty clothes and odoriferous bodies after sports activities. We'll also never forget our summer camping adventures in the forests of Oregon and Idaho, and vacations to Utah on the coast. I am so appreciative that you taught us how to work. The smell of a fresh cut lawn transports me back to Ontario, and having Dad teach me how to use the old push mower. You taught us to do a job right and to finish what we started. Grinding wheat, putting up bee boards, picking apricots, raspberries, and other fruits and vegetables from the family garden taught lessons of self-reliance and appreciation for the fertile earth and the fruits of our labors. Mom, you worked so hard to keep us well fed. The kneading of bread dough for hours on end, the many hot summer days canning in the kitchen, along with cooking and cleaning up after 3 meals a day, are always remembered and greatly appreciated. There was no better meal than your wheat bread, fresh out of the oven, covered in butter and honey, with a bottle of apricots and a glass of cold milk. You always served neighbors and friends, whether it was mowing lawns, raking leaves, shoveling snowy sidewalks, teaching seminary, visiting teaching, home teaching, or other church and ward callings. We learned that to be a Putnam and a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints meant serving. Dad, I know you had hopes that I'd be the next Mickey Mantle when you formed and coached the Little League team when I was 8 years old. Since you knew all the good 12-year-olds, you stacked the team and let me pitch. We only played a few games when you were called into the bishopric. While it was the end of your Little League coaching career and my baseball days, I learned from an early age that you put the Lord before sports. Many summer hours were spent in the beaten onion fields of the Ontario Welfare Farm. You always made sure we were there when our ward had an assignment. You both have been great examples of temple service, including devoting many spring breaks to serving in the Idaho Falls Temple. You continue to show our family the importance of temple work and family history. I know you are revered by hundreds of thousands of souls, both here on earth and on the other side of the veil, who are deeply appreciative of what you have done for them. Your legacy of service in Ontario, the Czech Republic, St. George, Boise, and in the great work of building the Lord's kingdom here on earth and on the other side of the veil, exemplify enduring to the end and is a constant source of inspiration for our family. sitting in church together, kneeling in family prayer, seated around the dinner table, or celebrating holidays. All of these moments reinforce the importance of family and our time shared together. I know you continue to petition the Lord on our behalf, even though your family has increased tenfold. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for all you have done and continue to do for our family. Dad, happy 90th birthday. Mom and Dad, happy 60th wedding anniversary. I love you. We all love you.